Hey people, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry about the voice. My nose is completely blocked. This is the season change, and yep, antibiotics back again. Yay! So time is around I think 9:45, and I'm planning to do a couple of videos for you. First one is going to be an individual review, which is 212 Men Aqua by Herrera. This is a limited edition. I think this was released somewhere in 2017. It's flanker to a very popular fragrance called 212 Men NYC back in the days, or simply called 212 Men by the same house, obviously. So I do have a 200 ml. I had a vintage version of it as well, kind of like a grassy, green, peppery, fresh fragrance for the summers and also in winters. That is a very big fragrance in the fragrance community. So this one had tons of flankers. Okay, I did not get to review everything, but I did some from women's line, some from men's line. One of them I have near me. The bottle has gone bad actually, but I still have it. Is the 212 Sexy Man. Okay, I'll keep it here just as siblings to provide support for the young fella. So this fragrance, in my humble opinion, I think it's one of the nicer summer fragrance, but not really crazy or anything that you must go and run. It's just one of those fragrances that Alberto Morillas did, and he's a king of fresh fragrances. You guys know that. So I'm going to talk about it, goods and bads, and why I got it, pricing, who is it for, how does it smell, comparable to anything or not, stuff like that. So hopefully you're not unwell like me. Yeah, because it sucks, for us, if you cannot smell anything. Making tea, I'm having like today as the second antibiotics, so it's making me pretty weak. So whenever I can, I'm trying to nap, trying to eat and recover. So why I decided to get it? I got this like I think 4 5 days back. I don't remember exact date. That time my nose was fine. I've been just having this for 2 days, like the whole nose system. Suddenly, I think maybe few drinks, like ice lemon tea or something, caused that damage. So now I'm not being able to smell anything new. Even good thing, I don't have to smell anything. Let's say someone farted, I don't have to smell that. Sorry, the medication, not me. Okay, so I got this because I saw this like in one of the shops. I look for the stuff that I don't have, limited time release, hard to find, discontinued, because more or less when I go to the shops nowadays, I have everything in my collection. This is not to brag, but more or less I bought everything here, like whatever is available, designer mostly, I got them. So there is hardly anything new. If I find something new, I get it. I saw this, I took it. Back in the days, I saw this once in one of the shops. It costed $45. Gas for 45 to 50, like that. I'm like, no, I want 35 bucks, like before COVID or something. I think it was 2020ish, I saw, and I did not take it. I'm like, oh, this can be had for cheap. There's another one called Ice or something, like a more of a square bottle. That one is same juice as this, I think. So it's an interesting one, especially if you're living in a warm setup right now. Let's go. So now I paid around $60 for it, under $60, 58 bucks. They couldn't give me any cheaper. Standard one size, 100 ml. Back in the back of the box, got some information and then the batch code and all that. So it's a clean, like if you know Lacoste L1212, similar themed. Okay, so here you see the bottle actually a little bit different. It feels not as heavy as these other ones. Like those are metal. This one maybe because of the plastic casing, which this one also has, but for some reason this summer ones are a little bit like lighter. You can see through here, like the men. It looks like window glass and stuff. You can see how much juice you're left with. 212 Men. Okay, so this one when you take it out also comes with magnetic cap, but not as robust. Okay, I felt this is not as robust as this one or this one, so they made a little bit of a cheaper effort here. Okay, I feel these bottles a bit cheaper. Feels a little bit cheap, and the magnet works fine. I mean, if you see, magnet works fine, no problem. The atomizer is also not the best for me. This one maybe it's just a meh. you know it shoots but doesn't travel far. So from the memories I have, on the first time I sprayed, I keep spraying it because it's a very light fragrance. I don't know about you. Like for me, this one was one of the shyest, perfumer in my collection so far, but I really like the smell. That's why I got it. There are some fragrances like Clinique's Happy for Men, CK1, they're nostalgic smells. They don't last for more than 2 hours, but I like them. So here's the same case. On me, this fragrance performance was not abysmal. I mean, I don't want to say rude words, but pretty average, below average, actually, to be honest. I hardly could get 2 hours out of it. And in that 2 hours, half an hour is a projection. Okay. and it really surprised me a little bit because I took it. I did not care for the performance, but I took it later. I found out it's kind of on the poorer side, and the smell stays very like, how to say, the 2 hours is a very thin experience, like, like, how do I say, it's polar opposite of Shura or Kuros, like that, right? So hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. Food Panda delivery. So I ordered something because I, later, if you were ordering late after 10 p.m. here, you cannot get any food orders. So basically, everything closes at by 10. So sorry, coming back to this fragrance, I was bashing it, and I was saying the performance was pretty average, and the projection, I could not literally smell it for like more than 2.5 hours. Within 3 hours, it's gone completely. So it could be pretty much the case. The next day when I tried it, my nose was already blocking, so maybe I'm not getting the vibe. But this is, I've seen comments, so this is not known to be one of the best performers. But I saw, I think back in the days, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover and I think Steven, both of them reviewed this together as a collab, and they said this smells nice, and this they picked up, and then they talked about it. It got decent score. So coming to the good things of this fragrance is that the bottle, I really like this presentation. It's like overall gives this fresh, clean, like a, fresh and clean, out of the laundry, like, CK all okay, or CK one shop for her, those bottles, or Lacoste L121 to those blonde style, white style bottles. This one is a very clean vibe. So when you see this, it's for built for summer. So the good things, okay. So this one has notes like seawater, ginger, grapefruit, bergamot from Fragrantica. They have ambroxan, gardenia, cardamom, cypriol oil, sandalwood, patchouli, musk, vetiver, and some rosewood. Okay, so I'll be honest with you, I did not get that much of the notes out of this. Okay, for me, what I got was this fresh kind of like, get this Wrigley's bubblegum, like that has mint. So this one feels like a kind of mint that gives the cooling sensation. So at this point, it reminds me of a fragrance that I have, which is similar to, I compared with 212 Men, and I think this is a better performer than that. Not better performer, I mean like a more cooling version of in Bulgari Man, Glacial Essence. So let's keep it here as well. I'll compare it. So basically, what they made here, they made it stronger there. Okay, this is definitely better performer than that. But in terms of scent profile, this is more mild, easier to like. It's almost like a cologne sort of a smell. So you get that cooling, nice, mild green. You get hint of that, like a powdery talcum powder, like, like this color. And it's a very mild opening. You don't get hit with so much of pepper, which is a good news. I hate the pepper in this. I'll be honest with you. I do not enjoy wearing this. I wear this because it's a good performer. People seem to like it, but it reminds me of CK Eternity, old school fragrances. This is a bit more modern compared to that. And I think this one will work for you if you like fragrances like this one, Azaro Chrome, Glacial Essence, CK1, this uh, style of fragrances. It is masculine, it's fresh, it's uplifting. I think it'll be good for close encounters, or maybe it'll be good for indoors. Summer days is coming up right now in Bangladesh. We're gonna be heat wave for a few days, and the sun is just very strong nowadays. Okay, so be careful. Carry your sunglasses. Better if you have UV protection, and also drink plenty of water. Stay in the shade. That will do. So this is a fragrance for people who like to wear light, mild color. Not everybody wants to show off, right? This is a shy guy. Okay, so downside with this fragrance, big downside, it's discontinued. Price is going high. Very rare to find. And another thing is the performance is below average. Okay, I'll just say it's below average to my nose. If I get in future after more testing better results, I will update you. But as of for now, it's an below average performer. So at that point, you'll say, why would I want to buy it? Yeah, you don't have to buy this. This is for collectors, people who love, let's say, the younger brother. Let's say there was Kuros one time, and people love Kuros, but they also look for something like Kuros Tonic or the summer version. This is exactly what this is to this. This Kuros Tonic was to original Kuros. Some people like summery version, so it's not a must-have for me. It's a fragrance. As a collector, you can have it. If you already have Versace Forum, fragrances like Dunhill Desire, Blue Ocean, or Lacoste L1212, Mont Blanc, Legend, Spirit, you don't need this. Okay, but again, this is a like a version which, if this one and Chrome by Azaro had a baby, you would get this. So I don't get any cardamom, mild spices only. I think it's coming from just pepper, mostly the oceanic accord and a little bit of that grapefruit, which I enjoy in the opening. So yeah, you should go and check it if you find it somewhere for a decent price. I think I overpaid for it. $60 is a bit high, but that's the price right now. Overall, my rating on this fragrance is, for a summer fragrance, is not bad, it's decent. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10 for people out there. For me, it's a 7 out of 10. Okay, thanks for watching. Let's move on to one more video, then we'll upload this. Take care.